The following clip from the hit TV show, The Wire, is an excellent example of power talk, the language utilized by sociopathic powermaxers we have discussed in great detail on this channel. This is Stringer Bell. He is the second in command to a criminal organization that runs the drug trade in West Baltimore and is a seasoned sociopathic powermaxer. This is Bodie. Despite being just a teenager, he has been recognized by Stringer and the rest of management as a potential up-and-coming sociopathic powermaxer and is in the process of being groomed.
What up, man?
Same old, same old.
Before we begin, to truly grasp power talk in this example, imagine that you had a hidden mic in the car, listening in on the entire conversation.
What's up with that boy?
Oh, man. He just a punk, that's all. D put him back on the count, though.
A word? I heard he was out the game.
Was, but he back now.
I heard he damn near shit. So what happened to Omar's?
He just ain't built for this, man. Heart pump Kool-Aid.
Right. What about you? You built for this?
No doubt.
You ready to put the work in? You got heat? All right, soldier.
Intuitively, it is obvious that Stringer is ordering Bodie to execute his friend here. But even if you had a full recording of their conversation, would you be able to prove it? Stringer relayed specific orders, and Bodie acknowledged them, while exchanging valuable information under the complete protection of plausible deniability. This is the essence of power talk, and it extends beyond professional work environments. It is applicable in every organization that is pathological. Criminal organizations are quite interesting to study in this respect, as they don't waste energy pretending they aren't pathological. Later, we see Bodie discussing the orders Stringer gave him with his friend, in a scene that indicates Bodie is a potential prodigy in the art of powermaxing.
Wallace ain't no snitch.
Man, how you know? How you know where he... If he using it, you know he ain't reliable. Look, think. Look, the man gave the word, all right? We either step up or we step the fall.
In case it's not obvious to you by now, let's remember that Stringer gave orders to Bodie only.
That's the game, yo. Look, the man gave the word, all right? We either step up or we step the fall. That's the game, yo.
What makes Bodie a potential prodigy? Here we see him maximizing his upside and limiting his downside by looping in his friend under the guise of Wallace being a snitch. Upon Wallace's execution, Bodie is positioned to get all of the credit from Stringer, and in the event the murder is investigated, he now has an accomplice that he could direct the blame and risk to. It all comes together like a light bulb in his head during the scene, as he makes a proclamation that this is the game. Bodie has demonstrated an innate talent for power talk, but there is still significant room for improvement. Let's compare Bodie's conversation with Stringer with the following scene.
God, I hate these parties. You want to sneak out?
This is David Wallace. He is the Chief Financial Officer of Dunder Mifflin and a seasoned sociopathic powermaxer. You can think of him as a white-collar Stringer Bell.
Back and shoot some hoops.
This is Jim. He is your white-collar Bodie here. He is one of hundreds of salesmen at the company, but has been recognized by David and management as an up-and-coming sociopathic powermaxer. Similar to Bodie's conversation with Stringer, this is Jim's first real interaction with David Wallace, who is second in command of the entire organization.
Meet me outside in 2 minutes.
What's with Jim?
Earlier in the party, David Wallace started to become suspicious of a relationship between Jim's direct manager and an employee he directly manages in corporate. He is fishing for accurate information to assess his suspicions. In Stringer and Bodie's situation, a life was on the line. Here, we have careers on the line.
And Michael? I don't know. Where to begin? What's with Jen and Michael? I don't know. Where to begin?
What's up with that boy?
Oh, man. He just a punk, that's all. D put him back on the count, though.
A word? I heard he was out the game.
Was, but he back now.
Notice how Bodhi offers up information freely to Stringer, whereas Jim simply acknowledges the existence of the information David is seeking and stops there. Jim has essentially communicated via power talk to David that if he wants to know more, there is a price tag. The reason this is important is because in Bodhi's situation, he has inherited significant risk to himself without securing an adequate reward from Stringer. Bodhi gave Stringer protection via plausible deniability and adopted the task of murder in exchange for an option for promotion. It bears repeating that what Bodhi received is an implied option. Stringer can easily renege after getting what he wants from Bodhi, which is exactly the risk Jim diffuses from the get-go in his conversation with David Wallace.